to a brand new season of the Dynamic Racing Series, the DRS. It's a brand new season with some new rules this season. It won't affect today. For the rest of the season, there's no qualifying and it's sprint races and reverse grids. Today we've got the normal 18-minute qualifying and it's raining in Australia. And then we've got the 50% race as usual. I think it's 29 laps. But after today, no more quali. And we go to reverse grids and sprint races. So that should be fun. Something different for this season. We've got a full grid today. We're just waiting on Ninja, who's got a system update going on. And then we'll have everybody in, all 20, for the first race of the season. So welcome along, I'm Blobby Butler. I'll be bringing you all the action from DRS. And oh, what's happened here? Oh dear, what's happened here? Oh, everybody's leaving. Oh dear. Oh, we've got a system crash, I think. Something's gone wrong. I don't know if that's me being kicked out or everyone being kicked out. I'm quite confused. Let's, yes, I'm in the lobby on my own now. Wonderful. Try and get another invite. Oh dear. Server's playing up this evening. Do apologise. Yeah, great. Here we go. Hopefully we'll get back in and this won't cause you to miss too much as qualifying in the rain is just kicking off. Do. Okay, so hopefully loading back in shortly. Not a great start to the stream. There we go, we are back in, and MK5 on bags has set the fastest lap so far. Just a couple have been set. MK5 on bags 128.3 and Levi Hughes 129.2. So we got everything sorted here. And 50 Gent goes over 130.0. In Dynamo 129.7 there. That. And here we go, a few more times coming in. Joker 129.1 and Smug 129.9. And another one there that I missed. Sainsy 130.1. Syme 130.4. The Sloth 129.9 into 5th. MK5 on bags 128.2. Oh, nearly a whole second quicker. Levi 129.0. Hopefully that's the end of the technical issues and we can enjoy this race together. Once there's 50 Gent going 128.9 as we're watching Scornful Griffin going through his lap. I don't know why I've lost the lap data. There we go. Swanton Bomb now on to provisional pole with a 128.1. Let's see Scornful finish his lap. And Scornful goes into 13th with a 130.5. UJ's on the board with a 129.1. He's in the Haas this season. So far we've got 4 drivers under the 129 mark in the 128, and Swanton is the best of them with a 128.1. So a bit more of a range of times with the wet weather. Always difficult to tell. As 50 Gent comes back into the pits. Let's see who else is going for it. Swanton beats his own time as Al Newt sets a 129.2 and goes into the midfield. Swanton's now a 127.8. So excellent pace for him. Excellent pace for the Red Bull. I think he's a bit over this time. He's probably coming in. Let's see, Scornful Griffin 128.0 and Syme 128.3 go into the top 5. Everybody now under 130 who's entered a time. Easy Life is invalidated this time round. Smug's lap seems to have disappeared. Smug seems to be on there twice for some unknown reason. That's worrying. Let's see here. Smug's in the Williams. Got a bit of technical problemos going on here, I think, because I've got 2 Smugs at the moment. Let's try and work out why that is. Williams Smug. Williams Smug. How odd. How very strange. This game never fails to amaze me. King Kong is out on soft tyres. He's not out on soft tyres, he's changed to soft tyres, and Swanton also. So maybe it's time for dry tyres, folks. Easy Life's going around again. Still trying to set a lap. MK5 on bags, 126.9. And Smug is up to, well, it might be Smug, it might be his teammate, 127.4. And Joker now 127.2. It's drying up and everybody is going to be setting quicker times now. So maybe the soft tyres will be the option to go for, as Easy Life sets a time of 130.8. I will try to investigate what's going on with it's fixed itself. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. We've still got two Smugs in the Williams for some reason. Apologies for that. I will just have a little look to see. Centrofin, it should be, but for some reason it's showing Smug twice. Anyway, we've got some drivers now on soft tyres, and there's one of them, Boris Johnson in the Alpine, sliding around. Maybe it isn't time yet for those. Interesting to see in this last 6 minutes of the qualifying session, as both the Williams are now in the top 4. Obviously both are showing a Smug on my screen, unfortunately. Really don't know why that is. 50 Gent now goes provisional pole with a 126.8. There he is, the McLaren. Looks like the Inters are still the tyre. Let's see how Boris is getting on. And you see a big slide there. And Scornful Griffin in the Aston Martin. 126.6 now for pole. Boris has had a dreadful outlap, and he's not going to be attempting a lap. He's going back in the pits to get the Inters back on. So not quite time for the dry tyres just yet. Still 3 drivers yet to set a time. That's Ronnie, Ben Lane and Boris Johnson, who you've just seen. But still 5 minutes to go. Do apologise for the confusion around the Williamses. That's completely thrown me. Here's UJGC then in the Haas. Let's see. Flash of purple on the track map, that's always a good sign. Syme, a 126.8, goes up to 3rd. Let's stay with UJ now as he comes through the last couple of corners. Here he comes. Is he going to improve? It's a 127.0 and up to 5th for UJ. And Ben Lane has retired from the session. I don't know if he crashed or has just sat in the pits, and he'll be starting from the back anyway. If there was a quali ban or anything there, as Ronnie comes round to start his lap. Levi is trying with the soft tyres. Let's keep an eye on him on the outlap, see if it's doable. As I just find a charger for the phone at the same time. And keep an eye in Discord. Just keep an eye in Discord, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, Levi finding it a bit difficult getting out of the way there. Probably too late to change now, so... And he spins there. And I don't think he's going to be improving his time on these tyres. I think it's just too greasy. But we shall see. And off goes a Williams there. Off goes a Williams. I'm not sure who it is, of course, but a few slow-moving cars at the moment. And King Kong there sets the new pole time of 1:26.3. King Kong in the McLaren. As we come towards the end of the session, 1 minute 35 left. So everybody who gets round in time will get another go. Ronnie is back in the pits, having not set a time. Boris is out there going for it. Let's have a look. There's the other Aston Martin. That's Sloth going up to 7th. In Dynamum, 2nd. 1:26.5. Here comes a Ferrari. MK5 and bags. There we go. 1:25.5. The latest to take provisional pole. What a time that is. Al Newt is up to 4th. 1:26.5 for him. Ronnie's out without setting a time. Joker now, 1:25.5 by just 0.02 of a second ahead of MK5 as the session completes. Let's keep an eye on Sloth here. Is he going to improve? Round he comes. And Sloth. 1:25.7 for Sloth. He's gone 4th. Swanton Bomb 1:25.6. MK5 is a couple of seconds down. Let's see what Dynamum is doing. He's not completing a lap either. Who's next to come round? We've still got a Mercedes out there. Somebody's in the gravel there. One of the Williams is. Here comes Levi. Persisting on those soft tyres. And not improving. It wasn't there for the soft tyres. One of the Williams is pitting. Al Newt, he's well over the time. The other Williams comes across the line. Joker improved, actually. Joker improved the pole time, 1:25.2. And I think that's everybody. So Joker is going to take pole here in Australia for this first race of the season. The Alfa Romeo from MK5 on bags in second in the Ferrari and Swanton Bomb third in the Red Bull. We'll go through the full order as usual during the formation lap, and then the quick period I get in a minute on the scoreboard. So here we are with Joker on pole with 125.2 ahead of MK5 on bags, Swanton Bomb, The Sloth and 50 Gent. They all broke 126. Let's see if this has been fixed yet. It hasn't, so I'm not sure which Williams is 126.0. Then King Kong in Dynamo Malmute, Scornful Griffin, Easy Life, Syme in the 126s, and then UJ, Smug, it might be Smug, it might be the other Williams, Levi in the 127s, Sainsey was a 128.3, Boris Johnson was a 141, and Ronnie and Ben Lane did not set times. Really hope that when this loads in the next thing, we haven't got two smug gits on the grid, and we've actually got the correct Williams drivers, because it will help. Otherwise I will just have to say a Williams. But we do have a little delay of drivers to get their setups and strategies, etc. Usually about a 3-minute delay. Drivers are told not to ready up until instructed to do so in the Discord. So that'll be what happens now. So we wait for the race then. The weather, of course, could be a big factor after qualifying. We will see. The image we're given so far looks dry. But you never know. We have a 28 lap race to come. Every point counts. Every place counts, especially because those not finishing will be at the back in the reverse grids. It's only the finishers. So if you're trundling along in last, it's better to see the flag, and then you might get an advantageous spot for the next race. We are here every Monday night from 8 PM with DRS, and Thursday nights from 8 PM with TSL. Those are our two scheduled commentary slots here on Blobby Butler Twitch. And then if you stick around late, then from 10 PM on the same nights, you'll see my pathetic efforts driving in Prospects, the realistic tier tonight, Monday nights, and tier 3 on Thursdays. Where I had a rather embarrassing DNF in Spa last Thursday, driving into a wall. Here we go, the countdown is up. And we're going to get ready to go racing here in DRS round 1 in Melbourne. Here we go. So this will be the formation lap. And I have still got 2 smugs, which is very annoying. So Joker leads them away with MK5 on bags, Swanton Bomb, and then the Sloth. Followed by 50 Gents. This Williams, I'm told, is Centrafin and not Smug-Git. With King Kong next in the field in 7th, in Dynamum in 8th, Al Newt in the Haas is 9th, and is Ghosting may have been kicked out of the session possibly. Scornful Griffin is 10th in the Aston Martin from Easy Life. Alpha Tauri in 11th. His teammate right behind him in 12th is Syme. UJGC is 13th in the Haas. This one actually is Smug-Git in 14th. Levi Hughes is 15th in the Mercedes. Sainsy in the second. Alfa Romeo is 16th. The 2 Alpines, Boris Johnson and Ronnie, are next. And right at the back, Ben Lane is 19th. And I don't think Ninja has managed to get back in. He's the other Red Bull that not managed to get back in on the grid. 29 laps it'll be as Joker comes round the last couple of corners to set up on the grid. Here we go then, everybody getting lined up. How many are going to get disqualified for parking today? Let's just put the tyres up for you. Bit of a difference of opinion. The front runners all on mediums. Easy Life, Smug and Ben Lane are starting on softs. Scornful, Syme, UJ, Sainsy and Boris starting on the hard tyre. Everyone now lined up. And we're ready. Nobody DQ'd on their parking. Well done. Got an awful view. I'm hoping this is going to change. We'll go on board with Joker as we start off. That's better. And Joker leads us through the first corner. And Swanton's off a little bit on the inside but keeps his place for now. Levi has gone to the back. And Al Newt is falling down the order and Scornful's had a bad start as well. Smug and Syme battling away there. Smug's dropped down a couple of places. Ben Lane's up to 15th in the first couple of corners as everyone tries to get through. I think everybody made it through without carnage. MK5 on bags has taken the lead. I have a lot of ghost cars on my screen. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Your pit stop strategy there. 1 or 2 stoppers. MK5 on bags leads now from Joker. Swanton Bomb is 3rd. Oh, and Ben Lane. Problem for Smug and for Ben Lane. Smug has fallen right to the back. Levi's had a problem. There's a few people pitting early who must have damage. That's in Dynamum and Syme and Sainsy. There are front wings being changed as you can see there on in Dynamum. Maybe going to the hard tyre to go the whole race perhaps. But MK5 on bags now leads by over a second to Joker with Swanton Bomb in 3rd. Sloth is 4th with 50 Gent and Centrafin. It says Smug-Git but it's actually Centrafin. King Kong just behind, as it shows you the tyre strategy again there. A one-stopper medium to hard, the soft runners for two-stopper. Easy Life is up to 8th on those soft tyres. Good start for Easy Life. Scornful is 9th without Nuke 10. Boris Johnson is up to 11th. He's got a habit of starting near the back and making his way through the field. His teammate Ronnie is not far behind as Ben Lane goes round the outside of UJ. UJ tries to hold it back up and keeps the place. With Will to Law Racing there, UJ and Ben Lane. UJ not lighting those hard tyres up just yet, as a yellow flag in sector 3, and that might have been Smug once again having some problems. UJ picks up a time penalty, the first of the day. And we go back to the front as MK5 has now got a 2-second gap on Joker. And a yellow in sector 1, and that's Smug again, I think. Smug has spun. Smug having a real bad time of it, and MK5 on bags, the leader picks up a penalty. That could be crucial. Ben Lane is going close with UJ, and the other Williams has spun. That's Centra Finn, a bad start for the Williams team. Centra Finn has spun now, and Smug's right at the back. And he's round again almost. He's cooked his tyres, and he's going to have to nurse it back round for a little while here. Ben Lane did get UJ in the end, and is up to 12th. Those three from the back, Boris, Ronnie and Ben Lane, 10, 11 and 12 now. And Boris making a move on Al Newt and up to 9th place. A great start for Boris Johnson. Ninjas has joined, but I think he might be too late. Exactly what happened to me a couple of weeks ago in my league race. Joined a little bit too late, and then it won't let you get in the car. Smug is in the pits again as King Kong tries to make a move on Sloth. We'll try and keep with everyone who's running close together. Give you the best action. Ignore the cars that are ghosting on my screen. I think that's just another one of these wonderful glitches of this game. King Kong closing in now on Sloth. Is he going to make the move coming down into the first corner? He looks like he is. With the DRS open, he's cut it a little bit and then didn't make it stick. Did not make it stick. Easy Life has Boris Johnson now right behind him. And Boris makes the move on Easy Life and up into 8th place. Excellent stuff from Boris Johnson so far. Syme is in the pits early. Possibly for a second time. Swanton now closing in on Joker. We'll go back to Al Newt and Easy Life as well, as they're getting rather close together. And a yellow in sector 1, and that's a Ferrari. It's in Dynamum, and he's off and possibly made contact with a wall. Looks like he's intact. Let's have a look now. Al Newt coming up to make the move on Easy Life here. And Al Newt does make it up the inside, does he? Easy holds it. Tough place to overtake both with DRS now though. And Al Newt has to bide his time. But Easy Life shortly will be running out of life in those tyres and picks up a penalty just as we say that. So he's feeling the pressure from Al Newt and his tyres might be coming to the end. Al Newt still right behind. Gonna have another go at him in a minute. We're gonna go to Swanton though as he closes in and has a little weave look at Joker. Can he get it up the inside here of Joker? They're gonna run close. He had to just bail out of it, did he? He's run wide there. And now he's gonna have to have another go down the straight. Swanton and Joker for second. MK5 on Bags is 4.5 seconds up the road, but does have that 3-second penalty already. Nothing doing yet for Swanton as we look at Sloth, 50 Gent and King Kong, and there's a Ferrari off again. It's not the leader, I don't think. It's in Dynamum again at the back, and he was facing the wrong way there, and Smug goes past him, and his teammate's going to be coming up to lap him shortly. UJ picks up a 3-second time penalty, and the Ferrari's off again in Dynamum. Symes sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1:21.8 in the AlphaTauri. He's got some pace even though he's right at the back. They are going to come up to lap in Dynamum now as Smug gets a penalty. No, he doesn't. That Centrofin gets a penalty. And look at Swanton now down the main straight. Is he going to make it this time? As in Dynamum pits once again. Again has to just follow. But surely this time with the DRS as Easy Life and Ben Lane give up on those soft tyres and pit. Swanton following Joker very closely. But still cannot get a move. Ronnie picks up a penalty as King Kong is still stuck behind the Sloth, who's doing a great job of defending in the Aston Martin. Levi Hughes picks up a time penalty as well as he tries to pressure Sainsy further down the field. And UJ's out! UJGC is out of the race. I'm not sure what happened. He's in the wall, and that's going to be a safety car. The safety car is out. UJ has crashed out of the race in the Haas. And MK5 on Bags had the exact best position to dive into the pits there. And he's followed in by each of the rest of the front 4, 5, 6, 7. So all of the front 7 have pitted. Boris Johnson hasn't pitted and comes out in second place. So track position for Boris Johnson, who started right at the back. MK5 timed it beautifully. MK5 timed it beautifully. Boris from the back is now second. Joker and Swanton also got pit stops out of that, as did 50 Gent, Sloth and King Kong. Scornful may have lost a bit of time double stacking as Al Newt has got ahead of him. Ronnie is 10th. Centrofin is 11th. With Easy Life 12th. Ben Lane 13th. Those two unfortunately pitted just before the safety car, so lost out a little bit. Sainsy has got some catching up now to do to the pack. He's 14th with Levi right behind him. Smug is 16th, but we'll welcome getting back to the pack. Syme is 17th, having just pitted again. He's got some pace. He had the fastest lap of the race, but he is right at the tail of the field. And then Dynamum has got the nightmare situation of being a lapped car on this game with the safety car, where and Syme picks up a penalty under the safety car. And Dynamum is stuck in the field. Unfortunately, the game doesn't let you unlap yourself as in real life would happen, so he's a sitting duck, unfortunately, and the safety car is not helping his race. So we have probably one, maybe two more laps as the rest of the tail of the field catches up. MK5 on bags, your leader throughout, but that 3-second penalty could come to bite him. Boris Johnson from the back of the field is second, but everybody else is probably going to the end on these tyres, and Boris will have to stop. We'll have a look at the penalties. 3 seconds for MK5, for Ronnie, for Centrofin, Easy Life, Levi and Syme. Syme does have the fastest lap at the moment. Obviously everybody has now caught up except for Syme, who's just tailing on. Hopefully as they enter sector 3 we can go racing again. Yes, the safety car is in this lap. As you can see, everybody has stopped except Boris Johnson. And tyre wise, most will be trying to go to the end. Smug may find it tougher than most. Scornful on mediums possibly might struggle to get 20 laps out of them. As we start lap 11 of 29, it's going to be MK5 to lead us back underway, and he's leaving it right to the line, and in the background there King Kong is in the wall. King Kong is in the wall in the background. Pieces of McLaren all over the main straight as MK5 on bags leads us away again. And Sainsy is out! Sainsy is out of the race! And then Dynamum is in the gravel. Dynamum is in the gravel. Sainsy is out of the race. We've had a hideous safety car restart there. King Kong first of all, as Ben Lane overtakes Al Newt. Easy Life is right there on his tail as well, and look at Easy Life now. Syme is there as well, the two Alpha Tauris, and they're followed by Levi and Smug. It's all getting a bit tight here, and Easy Life makes the move on Al Newt. And Syme's going to follow him round. Syme's going to... Dynamum is out of the race. Dynamum has gone. As we follow this midfield battle. And Al Newt has pitted. Al Newt pits. So he must have got damage. We've got the yellow in sector 3 still for the Ferrari, which has now been cleared away. Al Newt's going on soft tyres, so he's gambling for another safety car. Swanton and Joker continue hostilities. They're now 3rd and 4th. They were battling 2nd and 3rd earlier on. Scornful is making the most of the medium tyres. He's right up behind his teammate now. Sloth has defended magnificently against the McLarens. Is he going to defend against his teammate going around the outside? And Scornful gets the position. Scornful with the overtake. Al Newt picks up a time penalty as Smug now up to 12th. Two Williamses get too close together, I will get confused. Smug's the one without the penalty at the moment. Syme now up to 11th. DRS is enabled. And we'll go to Joker because Joker is catching Boris Johnson. Easy Life dropping down the field a little bit. Levi, the latest to overtake him. Joker in a sandwich at the moment between Boris Johnson and Swanton. Very close together. MK5 on Bags has again gapped them. He needs to as he's got that penalty. Boris on the older tyres. Defending now against a train of cars. 50 Gent is getting involved in Scornful as well. We've got a big trail of cars. As you see, Joker almost going to make the move there on Boris. We'll try and keep an eye on everybody. It is difficult when everybody's so close together after a safety car restart. There's 50 Gent in 5th, running a little bit wide. And could Scornful make the move now? Up the inside, it's tight and he had to bail out of it. Swanton now getting close. Everybody's got DRS, so it kind of neutralises it a little bit. Though Swanton was a little bit late getting it open as Scornful Griffin takes 50 Gent for 5th. And Sloth dives up the inside of 50 Gent. And he's going to fight that, and he's got a bit wide, but he's kept the place, has he? 50 Gent retakes the place. Ronnie and Centrafin are right involved in this now as well. Battles all over the track at the moment. Al Newt set the fastest lap of the race on the soft tyres until King Kong has just done better on the mediums. King Kong, of course, at the back after that crash on safety car restart. As Joker makes the move now on Boris Johnson, and he's off! Joker is off into the gravel. And he had to wait for a lot of cars to go by then before rejoining. And he's dropped all the way back to 12th now. He had to stop and let people go. Swanton is going to try and make a move on Boris, who's defending for his life. And Swanton makes the move into 2nd place. Swanton Bomb makes 2nd place. He's now got to get on his bike to catch MK5. Boris drops to 3rd, and he'll soon have Scornful to pay attention to. 50 Gent has dropped back a couple of seconds with Sloth. Al Newt sets the fastest lap in the race again. As Joker pits, he must have got damaged there on his accident. Ronnie is in 7th now with Centrafin 8th. And look behind as Syme is going after Ben Lane for 9th spot. And makes the move stick. Smug will fancy a bit of this as well. Here he goes. Here goes Smug looking to go around the outside of Ben Lane. Ben's going to defend that line. Smug will now try and switch to the inside. It's not going to happen. King Kong picks up a penalty. Smug still the closest as his teammate Pitts. So Centrofin Pitts as Smug goes up the inside into turn 1 on Ben Lane. Ben's going to drive it back round the outside. Good racing. Ben keeps the position, but for how long? Because Smug will now go up the inside again and contact. Little bit of contact there. Ben getting his elbows out to defend. And Smug just had to bail out of that, and Levi is right behind him now. A penalty there for Easy Life as well. King Kong seems to have disconnected. So here's your leader, MK5. He's got a 5.5 second gap now to Swanton Bomb, who is being clung onto by Boris Johnson, staying within that DRS range on the tyres he started the race on. Scornful is now catching Boris with 50 Gent a little bit further down the road. Ronnie now looking to make a move on Sloth. We'll keep an eye on these two as they head down from the first couple of corners. But Ronnie's too far back to make a dive up the inside on this occasion. Syme is in 8th from Ben Lane in 9th. Who's got Smug for company and his teammate Levi Hughes just behind. Easy Life now 12th with Al Newt 13th. Who needs another safety car really because he's on soft tyres. Centrofin is 14th, showing us Smug the second on my screen. He's the one with the penalty. He's on soft tyres. As Smug now tries to make a move again on Ben Lane, but he's been eating the Mercedes sandwich at the moment because Levi's right behind him. Joker is 15th and King Kong picking up another penalty there just as I mentioned him. He's your last remaining runner in 16th in the McLaren. As let's have a look at Ronnie. Still making no impression on the Sloth. Smug finally gets this move done, does he? No, he does not. And he's going to be joined by the other Mercedes, Levi, his former teammate. As Centrofin makes the move on Al Newt into turn 1. And that one's going to stick. Ronnie now, his efforts to pass Sloth in vain, is now being joined by Syme in 8th for the AlphaTauri. Boris has managed so far to stick with Swanton Bomb and fend off Scornful. Boris, of course, does have to stop. He's going to be praying for another safety car to minimise the impact of that. As Smug and Ben Lane are again swapping positions, and Smug's forced a bit wide. Levi looks on as Ronnie finally overtakes the Sloth. And so does Syme. Sloth loses 2 places there as Ronnie is followed through by Syme. The Mercedes still both with Smug. And is he going to go up the inside this time? No. And so Ronnie is in the wall. Ronnie's in the wall there. And he's ended up right in front of Levi. Ronnie coming to some problems there. Just after he had overtaken Sloth, he's dropped back down. King Kong making the move there on Al Newt. The Mercedes and Smug battle now separated by Ronnie. And you can see just how close it's getting. And now they've got the Sloth as well. And a bit of contact. No, off! Oh, a bit of contact there between Ben Lane and the Sloth. And then everybody off, and they're all going to have to pit. Boris Johnson is pitting anyway, and there's a safety car. So I think Boris was just pitting anyway, and may have lucked out there, and he's come back out in... Oh, contact! Contact! We're under safety car, and there was contact there. Going into the first corner, and Boris Johnson is 6th. And Levi is 7th. Levi managed to avoid all the carnage in front of him a second ago, which affected Sloth, Ben Lane and Smug. But we've got another safety car here. And it gave everybody the opportunity to pit. I don't know if Boris saw the safety car flag or was just fortunate enough to pit at the same time. But he's actually come out in 6th, and he's on medium tyres for the rest of this race. MK5 on bags is pitting. So is he going to lose track position? Swanton is pitting. Scornful is pitting. This might just work very well for Boris. 50 Gent is pitting. Sime is pitting. So where's Boris Johnson? Oh, Levi's nearly got up Boris's rear again. And Levi pits. But where are the cars coming out? This is going to be so tight. Boris Johnson comes back out in 3rd. MK5 leads. Swanton Bomb 2nd. Boris Johnson has come back out in 3rd. I was going to say he had a tyre advantage, but now he might have a disadvantage as some of the others are on softs. Scornful Griffin is 4th. 50 Gent remains 5th. Sime is now 6th. He's on brand new. Everybody's on brand new tyres apart from Joker. Levi is 7th. Ronnie 8. Joker 9. Easy Life 10. Sloth 11. Ben Lane 12. Good question. Which one of these is which? Smug 13 and Centrofin 14, I believe. They would get close together, wouldn't they? King Kong is 15th and Al Newt is your last remaining runner in 16th. We've got quite a way to go to catch the field here for King Kong, Al Newt. So I believe the safety car will be going round for another lap because he's into Sector 3 already, and the back 3 are not with the field. So we'll have another lap of safety car here. MK5 on bags managed to get the pit stop and get back out. But of course with the safety car his gap has been neutralised and he has that 3-second penalty. We'll just have a look at the penalties for you. We've got 6 for King Kong and Easy Life. 3s for the leader MK5 on bags, for Sime, for Levi, for Ronnie, for Centrofin and for Al Newt. So you can see Smug has overtaken himself on this screen, which is actually his teammate Centra Finn in 14th. Smug is in 13th. And the back two are pitting. King Kong and Al Newt are pitting, and this is only going to make the safety car stay out another lap, possibly, or leave them not catching the field. Let's see. Maybe they had a coming together, or well, they seemed to part on the track, but it looked like they had reasonably good tyres on anyway. Let's see if the game's being nice to them and letting them catch up, or if the safety car's going to be in this lap. No, it looks like one less racing lap. Looks like the safety car is continuing. So they will eventually catch the field. And Swanton and Boris swapping places there briefly. Not sure what happened there. And now someone else is pitting, and that is Smug. Smug's decided to pit for softs. He's only going to lose one place doing that, I think. And should have time to catch the field. So Smug decides to pit. Smug and Al Newt will now just tail on to the end of the field. And then the safety car will be in this lap, and then we'll have 6 laps to go. Boris again getting very close there under safety car. As we watch everybody filter through, let's keep it with MK5 as he'll dictate the pace once the safety car goes away. In fact, he's already backing the field up. So he's led throughout, but does have this penalty hanging over him. Can he maintain it this time? On the safety car restart, Swanton is poised, as is Boris Johnson. They may have made the wrong tyre choice. Here we go then. And Ronnie gets the jump on Levi there, and I think Ben Lane made a position as well. But MK5 leads us away. Smug and Ben Lane swapping positions. It's not Smug, sorry, it's Centra Finn. And Ben Lane makes a dive up the inside of the Sloth there, and Sloth's going to lose 2 places from that as King Kong says thank you very much, and takes it as well as he was pushed a bit wide. Bit of a dive there from Ben, but gets the position. Sloth had to take evasive action. Smug now is in front of his teammate Centra Finn, and is making a move on Sloth up the inside. There he goes. King Kong now trying to make a move on Ben Lane. Round the outside he goes, and contact, and Ben Lane has spun. Ben Lane has spun there and drops to the back of the field. MK5 on bag sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1:20.1. He's going to have to drive his arse off now to get that 3-second gap back that he needs for the win. Swanton poised in second as Smug picks up another penalty. Centrofin picks up another penalty. Smug doesn't have any. Al Newt is up a couple of places, is he? He's battling away with Sloth. And Sloth gets forced wide there. We lose it there, and Sloth's out of the race. The camera angle just changed, and Al Newt and Sloth have put each other in the wall, and Sloth is out of the race, and Al Newt has got no front wing. So that's the end of those two as a competitor's force in this race. And it's another safety car. It's another safety car, and MK5 will be cursing the heavens, as he had got to 2.5 seconds, and now it looks like we're going to have 1 or 2 racing laps to finish this race, and Swanton Bomb will be delighted with this. And we're going very slowly, and a bit of contact between the two Williamses, I think, as a couple come into the pits. Ben Lane and Centrofin in the pits. I believe there might have been contact between the two Williamses as the whole field slowed down with Delta. The rear 3 are the only ones pitting. Everyone is going very slowly with Delta at the moment. This is going to be a 2 or 3 lap shootout now, and that penalty is going to haunt MK5 unless he can do something very, very special. Swanton is second, Boris Johnson is third. What an excellent performance from Boris, starting from the back. Scornful Griffin is fourth, with Simon fifth. 50 Gent seems to have been fifth for most of the way, is now sixth. Ronnie is up to seventh, he started at the back as well. Levi is eighth, with Joker at 9. Easy Life rounds off the top 10 but does have penalties. King Kong also with penalties, 11th. Then it's the two Williams, Smug and Centrofin. Ben Lane and Al Newt round the field off, and Al Newt is just doing some catching up. And is the safety car going to come in this lap? I hope it does. But we're into sector 3 and it's not said anything, so I believe he's going to go around for another lap. Indeed, another lap of safety car. So this is lap 27 of 29. So provided the safety car goes in this lap, which I'd assume it will, we're going to have a 2-lap sprint to decide this race. Fortunately, the camera angle just didn't change in time to see the accident between Al Newt and Sloth, but you could see they were going very closely around this section, and it is a tight part of the track. Bit of contact and someone ends up in a wall, and unfortunately they both did, and it was the end for the Sloth. And Al Newt is the last running in 15th. So we've had 4 retirements: UJGC, in Dynamum, Sainz and the Sloth. We're going to have a 2-lap sprint to the flag. The safety car is in this lap. It's come up even earlier than usual, which gives MK5 a little bit more scope to back the field up. Everybody very close together, as you can see. Going to be a 2-lap sprint finish. Always excited in Melbourne, as we saw in real life this weekend. MK5 needs to get away, and needs to get away fast, because he needs 3-second gap if he's going to win this race. We get underway, and it's Syme, I think, who's had the best run off the safety car and looks up the inside of Scornful but doesn't get anything done. Ronnie, though, is making a move on 50 Gent. Ronnie and 50 Gent side by side. Ronnie's going to dive up the inside. Oh, he's hit the wall. He's hit the wall, Ronnie. He just couldn't get it stopped. And Joker's up to 8th, and Easy Life is off. Easy Life is off at the back. And that's such a shame for Easy Life. He's had a very good race, but looks like a top 10 finish is off the table. MK5 on bags then. Smug making a move on Al Newt. Sorry, no, Centrofin making a move on Al Newt. We'll have a look at Scornful and Syme very close together. MK5 has got a second, but he needs a couple more. Still some overtakes to be done, I feel, on this final lap. We now go on to the final lap of the race. As we look down the field, Ronnie having a look at Joker. King Kong right behind. Smug's going to get some points due to penalties. He might get it outright as he makes a move on King Kong up the inside. Oh, no! No contact, and he's round. And just as I said, Smug was... And Ronnie as well. Ronnie and Smug. With issues there. Syme is now going round the outside of Scornful. And that becomes the inside, but he's not going to make that stick, and we've got a yellow flag. Syme, MK5 on bags! The leader! The race leader is in the wall! And what a finish to this race as Syme takes Scornful, but the penalty is going to cost him a podium. Swanton Bomb rounds the last couple of corners. MK5 on bags led the entire race. He wouldn't have won on time. Swanton Bomb takes the checker flag and wins in Australia. Boris Johnson from the back of the grid comes second. And Syme's had an issue. No, that was his penalty, taking him down from 3rd to 6th. I apologise. Scornful Griffin takes 3rd in the Aston Martin. 50 Gent finishes 4th. Joker from the front to the back, and then in the middle, 5th. Syme finishes 6th with that penalty. Ben Lane and Levi midfield, 7th and 8th for Mercedes. Centrofin finishes 9th with Al Newt picking up 10th spot from King Kong in 11th. Ronnie in 12th. Easy Life 13th. Smug Git 14th. And MK5 on bags is going to trundle his way back to the pits to finish. And that'll be handy for next race on the reverse grid. But how unfortunate, having led the entire race. MK5 on bags stumbles home in 15th. I didn't see what happened to him, but there we go. What a race. What a race that was. Swanton Bomb in the Red Bull takes the win. Ben Lane is your driver of the day. I'm astounded that that isn't Boris Johnson. I'm actually not sure, Gore, if somebody swiped MK5. I don't think so, because he was gapping Swanton by about a second. I think he maybe was just pushing too hard to get that 3-second gap that he needed. Swanton Bomb then, your winner from Boris Johnson and Scornful Griffin. 3 different teams on the podium. Let's do a quick classified check then. Your winner is Swanton Bomb for Red Bull, Boris Johnson second, Scornful Griffin third, 50 Gent fourth, Joker is fifth, Symes sixth, Ben Lane 7, Levi Hughes 8, Smug Git, no not Smug Git, that's Centrofin is 9th, Al Newt 10th, King Kong 11, Ronnie 12, Easy Life 13, Smug Git 14. MK5 on bags led the whole race, ended up 15th, he did get the fastest lap. The DNFs were the Sloth, Sainsy, Indynamum and UJGC. Ninja didn't quite get in on time. That rounds us off from Melbourne. I'll be back in about 40 minutes time on my own race for prospects. But that's your DRS action for today. Thank you for watching and good night.